Newcastle United's final signing of the transfer window was confirmed on deadline day with a deal agreed with Shrewsbury Town. For talented midfielder Travis Hernes Lewis Hall's arrival on a loan deal with an obligation to buy marked the end of Newcastle United's first team spending this summer. The boyhood fan followed Harvey Barnes, Tino Livramento and Sandro Tonali in bolstering Eddie Howe's senior ranks for the new season. However, that did not stop the Magpies from conducting a surprise deal on deadline day, which has since gone under the radar. Hours before the window closed on September 1st, United confirmed the signing of Shrewsbury Town prospect Travis Hernes after a successful trial. The fee was undisclosed, but the League One side revealed the deal included a sizable sell-on clause as well as other add-ons. The Norway youth international will initially join Newcastle's academy, and made his debut from the bench in the EFL Trophy defeat to Wrexham on Tuesday night. The signing of the 17-year-old midfielder is the latest example of the Magpies' new blueprint of recruiting emerging talent. Garang Kuel and Yankuba Minteh are the most prominent examples of this policy, with Hernes joining other recent recruits Rhys Byrne and Cathal Heffernan in the youth setup this term. Read more. Sandro Tonali's agent reveals truth about Newcastle move, an owner's project after tears claim Newcastle's latest signing moved to England at the age of 13 and spent a year with Wolves before being released. The technical yet slight teenager soon came to the attention of Shrewsbury, and the EFL side offered him a route back into academy football. Hernes was forced to juggle adjusting to life in a new country and his release with starting at a new club during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the talented teenager quickly made an impression on coaching staff with his quiet dedication and work ethic. Academy manager Charlie Musselwhite told Chronicle Live, I'd say in his under 15 and under 16 years, he was still adjusting to English football because he used to play a lot of futsal in Norway. He was adjusting to different styles of football and different environments. So when he came into the scholarship full time, that's when he really started to push on. He's a very polite, grounded boy. He's someone who I'd say is very relaxed, at times reserved, but I wouldn't say shy. He's just a fairly laid-back character. That being said, when it comes to work and football, he is very serious. Throughout his time last year when he turned full-time scholar, he was very hard working, whether that was in training sessions or doing extras. He moved into homestay, so he was about a 5 or 10 minute walk from our training base, and he'd regularly be going to the gym in the evenings and doing additional work outside of what we were providing. He's a very hard working individual, a really nice confident boy and someone who has the ingredients to go on. Hernes made his senior debut at the age of 16, coming off the bench to score in the EFL Trophy defeat to Wolves under 21s in August last year. The young midfielder's capabilities in possession were never in question, but his improvements off the ball aided his rise in what proved to be his final full season with Shrewsbury. Musselwhite explained, when Travis first came to us, he was a very slight player and very technical. He was more of a technical midfield player who looked to create and dominate games in that way. But since he's been with us, he's definitely improved his out-of-possession ability. He's still elegant on the ball and quality in possession, but he's added the out-of-possession stuff which is needed. I'd say he's more of a box-to-box midfielder rather than an attacking or defensive midfielder. I think he could play in those three types of roles, but he's best as a box-to-box. Musselwhite believes the peaks and troughs which defined Hernes' first 2 years in the academy were steadily replaced by more consistent showings. Injury setbacks prevented Hernes from making further first-team appearances towards the end of last season, but the appointments of Mickey Moore as director of football and Matt Taylor as head coach led to the teenager being elevated to the senior setup. Cameo appearances in the opening 2 league fixtures followed, as well as a first senior start in the Carabao Cup defeat at Leeds United. Hernes only signed his first professional contract last month, but this increased first-team involvement meant Shrewsbury expected clubs to come calling. The transfer moved swiftly once Newcastle made their interest known. Moore admitted the terms of the deal meant it was the right move for Shrewsbury to sell, and a moment for all to celebrate at the club. Musselwhite said, "It's obviously excellent news for the academy, but mainly for Travis and his parents. When he made his debut for the first team, his mum was in the stands and it was a very proud moment. There's been some really great moments for Travis already this season, so I think when that interest and that move came around, he already had experience of big moments and kept his feet on the ground. For us, we'd love to have homegrown talent in the first team weekly and see them flourish in our squad every season. But I also think it's an excellent opportunity for Travis. We would have potentially liked to have seen him play more for us, but the opportunity is too good to turn down. We're over the moon for him, and it just showcases the pathway at our club for young local talent. Newcastle are committed to forging their own pathway, with Elliot Anderson and Lewis Miley among the most recent graduates. However, the task now facing any youngster chasing the black and white dream continues to grow tougher with each passing transfer window. Hernes is undoubtedly another talent to have been brought in with the long-term future in mind. Musselwhite admits it will be a big ask for the midfielder to make a first-team breakthrough with the Magpies, but insists it will be down to the player himself as to whether he proves to be a hit on Tyneside. Shrewsbury's academy chief added, "It's up to Travis now. He's shown enough to warrant having the opportunity. He's got to go there and prove he is capable and deserving of a further chance of getting into the first team, which I think is going to be a big ask and something which might come later or sooner depending on how things go. I think it's important to note that He's worthy of the opportunity, but it might be something which takes a little bit of time. He's definitely got the ingredients, it's down to him to fulfill his potential."